Here we go, the opening tip. And the ball belongs to the Cougars. Here we go in Riverside. Opened up with the ball, Brandon Betson, the former San Bernardino Valley College star, so played some junior college ball just up the road. An Inland Empire guy. Chicago State, again, coming off that huge win against New Mexico State. Was it a fluke, or are the Cougars turning a corner? We'll find out tonight. Jashawn Corbett opens up with a bucket here for Chicago State, and the visiting Cougars are on the board first, leading by a score of 2-0. CBU with the basketball. Taryn Armstrong back out to Elijah Thomas, one of the 4 seniors on this team, 3 out of the 4 in the starting 5. And Elijah Thomas is fouled by Betson. And the foul's going to be on Betson as Elijah Thomas heads to the free throw line for California Baptist. Two shots coming up for E.T. First one off the backboard, no good for Elijah Thomas. Good crowd here at CBU tonight to check out the Lancers one more time. The women's basketball team will actually be back on this home floor on Saturday afternoon against Lamar, but the final time the men's team will be here this season. Thomas, second free throw is also no good. So comes up empty on that trip to the line. And the starting lineups brought to you by Riverside Medical Clinic. We'll start with the visiting Chicago State Cougars. We'll begin with Favor Chukwukelu, Brandon Betson, Jashawn Corbett, Teddy Bamendang, and Noah Bigiruami, your starting 5 for head coach Gerald Gillian. And for CBU, the starting 5 looks like this: Taryn Armstrong, Trey Armstrong, Tyrell, Elijah Thomas, the man up front, Dan Ocken, your Riverside Medical Clinic starting lineups. And the follow-up is up and good for Chicago State. That's number 22, Baiba Mandang, for Zip Cougars. Taryn Armstrong finally gives it up to Thomas, right back to Taryn. Taryn coming off a career-high 22 points in a road loss at Utah Valley. Dan Ocken down low, muscles his way in, can't get it to fall. Baiba Mandang with the rebound for Chicago State as Betson brings it across the timeline. 4-zip Cougars. Betson defended by Taryn Armstrong, now plays it into the post. Bigiruami won't go. Rebound Trey Armstrong. Driving to the cup, Taryn, that one will not go. Offensive rebound Ocken. Back out to Thomas, over to Taryn. So CBU right now trying to get their first field goal of the game. Elijah Thomas for 3, and there it is. E.T. cracks open the scoring for the Lancers. Hits from downtown, it's a 4-3 game. Elijah Thomas opened up the scoring for CBU, but they trail by 1. Betson versus Armstrong. For 3, that one's no good. Betson's hit some big baskets this season for Chicago State, including that game winner against New Mexico State. Tyrell over to Elijah Thomas, who just hit a 3 moments ago. Thomas drives in, the drive and the dish. Dan Ocken drawing the contact. Looked like he was fouled pretty hard. Foul's going to be on Noah Bigiruami as we take another look as Ocken is at the free throw line. And at the free throw line is Dan Ocken. First one is up and good. We're all tied at 4 apiece. Substitution here for the Cougars. Into the game for the first time, J.J. Harris. He'll sub out Bigiruami. One more coming up for Dan Ocken. And CBU has its first lead of the game, 5-4. California Baptist on top of Chicago State. So it was a 4-0 run for the Cougars to open things up. And the Lancers respond with a 5-0 run of their own. Chicago State with 10 on the shot clock. Betson all the way to the cup. And you can see why he's an exciting player for Chicago State. A lot of speed, got to the rim. 2 more for Betson. Chicago State leads 6-5. Rowell over to Aachen, up top. Plays it over the top of the defense to Thomas. Right back to Aachen, comes flying in. The line, it will be Elijah Thomas. And the first one's up and good for Elijah Thomas. We're tied at 6 apiece. Another sub coming up for the Lancers. Jelani Stone is at the scorer's table. Second free throw for Elijah Thomas, and he knocks down both. And Thomas comes out. He makes way for Jelani Stone. Time now for the Dutton Buick Cadillac GMC keys to the game tonight between the Cougars and the Lancers in this one. And how about get back on track for the Lancers? Get back on track from deep. Just 4 of 28 from three-point land, and that tough road loss at Utah Valley. And again, these confident Cougars, big, huge upset against first place New Mexico State. So the Cougars feeling really good about themselves right now. And third for threes. What does that mean? Well, both these teams are tied for third place in threes made this season in the WAC. They each have 225 threes made on the season. Identical coming into this game. Good enough for third in the WAC. Those are your Dutton Buick Cadillac GMC keys to the game. They shoot a lot of threes. They make a lot of threes. Betson for 3. Speaking of, that one rattles out. No good, but an offensive rebound for the Cougars, so we'll stay on this end. Betson trying to shake off Taryn Armstrong. Nice crossover to get her against Utah Valley. Taryn Armstrong coming off a career-high 22 against the Wolverines. And for Chicago State, Brandon Betson, the team's leading scorer, and made some big-time buckets this season, including the game winner against New Mexico State. And Corbett, last time Corbett played CBU, he helped Chicago State win 58-56, and he had 13 points in that game. Those are your Ayers Hotels impact players tonight. Three-pointer, Taryn Armstrong buries it. Armstrong from long. And Taryn extends that Lancer lead to 10-6. Taryn Armstrong with 22 against Utah Valley. First bucket tonight for the Lancers. CBU 2 of 2 from three-point land early on here. Thomas has a 3, Taryn has a 3. Three-pointer, that one's off the mark, out of bounds, and the ball goes back to the Lancers. Kendrick Green checks in for Chicago State. And Baiba Mandang is also back in, replacing Bijirawami. Taryn Armstrong brings it up the floor for the Lancers. Over to Trey, to Ty Rao. Offense in motion. Taryn Armstrong over the top. Jelani Stone down low, up and in for Jelani Stone with a nice dish, and he finishes, and it's 12-6 California Baptist. Jelani Stone, one of those high percentage guys when he's that close to the rim. Lancers on a 12-2 run. Chicago State opened up the game with a 4-zip lead. It's pretty much been all Lancers ever since. Betson up, and it is in. Falls in for Betson. Makes it 12-8. Betson's got 4 points in this game. Taryn Armstrong calls over Trey Armstrong, then he finds Ty Rowell on the wing for 3! Ty Rowell drains the three-pointer, and it's now 15-8 Lancers. The super senior getting involved early. Ty Rowell averaging 11.3 points per game, second only to Dan Aachen, and not by much as the team leader. Out of bounds, ball goes back to the Lancers. Dan Aachen checks back into the game for California Baptist. And Chico Rivera And for the first time tonight for the Cougars. Taryn Armstrong over to Reed Nottage. Back to Taryn around the screen. Pick and roll, Dan Ocken throws it down. Call me old-fashioned, but it's not a game until Dan Ocken has a highlight reel dunk, and there it is. 17-8 Lancers. Dan Ocken on senior night for CBU, throwing it down. We've only had the chance to enjoy Dan Ocken for one season, but he's had plenty of dunks inside this building. Betson's jumper no good. Battle for the rebound. Rivera gets to it, but steps out of bounds. CBU ball. Lancers on top 7-8. Dan Ocken, 4 points. Elijah Thomas with 5. Thomas on the bench right now, but he's the leading scorer so far for CBU as we make our way through the first half. Taryn up top to Trey. Trey drives back out to Taryn. Still plenty of time, 12 on the shot clock. Armstrong getting around Baibamandang, steps back, jumper up, that one won't go, tipped back out. Nottage to Ty Rao. Rao's pass picked off by Baibamandang. Now Cougars in transition, and the dunk on the in for Chicago State. That is Bryce Johnson throwing it down for the Cougars. 17-10 game. Cougars making the most out of that turnover. Very deep three, Taryn Armstrong. That one's no good. Rebound Johnson. Green walks it up the floor for Chicago State across the timeline. Green with it, over to Baibamandang. Betson on the far wing, defended by Taryn Armstrong. Betson loses control. Johnson, Green. Green's gonna try a deep three with the shot clock winding down. It is well to Paula and Evan. You're the Altura Credit Union Athletes of the Week. Back to live action here in Riverside. Ty Rao, three won't go. Offensive rebound, Elijah Thomas. The putback is good for E.T. 2 more for Thomas. What a hot start for Elijah Thomas tonight. It's a 19-10 CBU lead, and Thomas has 7 of those points. Betson into the post to Baibamandang. Baibamandang going baseline up. That one's no good. Lancers back the other way. Tyree Campbell has checked in for CBU. Dan Ocken has returned to the floor as well. Thomas, some fancy moves, a little out of control, out of bounds. Thomas is A-OK, and it's a Lancer ball from the baseline. Trey Armstrong subs out Taryn Armstrong. And Bryce Johnson is back for Chicago State. Also checking in, Favor Chukukelu. Trey Armstrong, near wing, 3, no. Battle for the rebound, Cougars have it. It was Chukukelu on the floor, gaining possession for Chicago State. Betson has it, up top to Corbett. Chukukelu. Now plays it over to Johnson. He'll try the deep 3, and it's good for Johnson. Makes it 19-13. We told you both these teams shoot a lot of threes. They make a lot of threes. Entering tonight as tied for 3rd place in the WAC. Offensive putback, no for Ocken. Tipped out into the hands of Trey Armstrong. Out steps Thomas. They leave him alone, fakes the 3, drives in for a closer look, has it taken away. Corbett down low, up and in for Corbett in sunny Southern California. It's actually hot today in the 80s. CBU ball with 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Trey Armstrong over to Ty Rao. Trying to go inside, there he is to Reed Nottage. Nottage defended by Biggie Ruami. Back out to Trey Armstrong, 10 on the shot clock. Inside, Dan Ocken's pass tipped, but Ocken still has it. 5 on the shot clock. Ocken, Ty Rao to the cup, puts it up. It's no good. Betson walks it up for Chicago State. The Cougars are within 4. They've done a good job of hanging around. Just a 4-point game right now, as CBU's now missed 7 of their last 8 shots, allowing Chicago State to stay within striking distance. Betson swinging into the corner to Corbett. He'll drive baseline and not in time. With the shot clock winding down, Chicago State could not get the shot off. Nice effort, though, by Corbett, averaging close to 12 points per game on the season for the Cougars. Taryn brings it up for the Lancers. Your 5 on the floor right now for CBU. Reed Nottage, Taryn Armstrong, Jelani Stone, Ty Rowell, and Trey Armstrong. That 3 no good for Nottage. And Chicago State back the other way. So the drought continues here for the Lancers on the offensive end. Corbett to Biji Ruwami. Betson. Very deep 3, and he hit. Wow, deep 3 by Brandon Betson. Pulls the Cougars within a 1. Betson with 7 points, and all of a sudden it's a 1-possession game. 13 in your WAC basketball standing. So there's about 4 or 5 teams still very much in the hunt for that regular season Western Athletic Conference title. Of course, then it's on to WAC Vegas the following week. That shot no good. Offensive rebound, but steal by Ty Rowell behind his back. Ty Rowell to the cup. Could he do it? Yes, he does. Ty Rowell, the steal, the handles, and the finish. The super senior putting on a show tonight, 21-18. Ty Rowell now with 5 in the game. That was classic Ty Rowell. 21-18, the Lancers lead by 3. Chicago State, Betson over to Corbett. Big left-handed 3, no good. Rebound, Trey Armstrong. Trey, Taryn to Reed Nottage. Nottage into the post to Jelani Stone, muscling his way through a couple Cougars, could not finish, and he'll head to the free throw line. Foul's gonna be on Baiba Mandeng. And Jelani Stone will head to the free throw line. Jelani Stone at the line, already 2 points in this game. That free throw off the mark, 1 more to go. Substitution here for the Cougars. J.J. Harris back in. And Dan Ocken will check in just a moment for California Baptist. 1 more coming up for Stone. And the second also no good for Jelani Stone. So it remains 21-18, Chicago State with the basketball. Cougars shooting 40% from the floor so far, CBU at 39%, so almost identical. Down low, Corbett, left hand, no good. Rebound, Trey Armstrong. Trey up the floor for the Lancers. Stops on a dime, cutting back door. Taryn Armstrong circles around the baseline, still on the dribble. Tries to force it inside to Jelani Stone, taken away by Harris. Chicago State on the other end. Corbett drawing the foul. Foul's gonna be on Trey Armstrong. Ocken and Thomas back into the game for the Lancers. Stone and Rao will head to the bench. 5:31 on the clock here in the first half. Cougars ball from the baseline. Betson will inbound. Betson into Corbett in the corner. Now into the post to Biji Ruwami. Biji Ruwami plays it back out to Betson. Nearly threw it away, but Betson recovers. Betson still on the dribble. Over to Harris. Harris defended by Trey Armstrong. Harris drives inside, back out to Betson, and he stepped out of bounds. That shot clock was winding down, putting a little bit of pressure and urgency on the Cougars. Betson steps out of bounds, and it'll be CBU ball. Substitution for Chicago State. Chukukelu is back in. Elijah Thomas leading the way for the Lancers with 7 points. He's got a couple rebounds as well. 21-18 CBU. It's up off the back of the iron, no good. Betson has it for the Cougars, off his ankle, but he keeps it in play. Chukukelu actually lost a shoe on the play, out of bounds, and it goes back to CBU. He kind of slides back into him on his way back down to the floor. Chukukelu. Taron Armstrong brings it up for CBU. Less than 5 to play here in the first half. Pretty close throughout. CBU once led by 9. Right now it's a 3-point advantage. In the corner, Trey Armstrong fakes, drives in for a closer look, plays over to Elijah Thomas. Back up top to Taron. Trey, back to Taron. 3-pointer on the way. That one a little bit long, no good. Offensive rebound. Kicked out to Trey. 3 is good. Trey with the tray, and he knocks it down. 24-18, California Baptist. First 3 of the night for the great Trey Armstrong. The Lancers 4 of 11 from deep so far in the first half. Harris tries the 3, far wing, up and good for J.J. Harris, and a quick timeout. And 4 points, 3 rebounds here in the first half for the Lancers. Back to live action, CBU with the lead, CBU with the ball. Trey Armstrong for 3, no good. Rebound Cougars. That was Bryce Johnson on the board. Harris brings it up the floor. So now Harris running the point. Betson will play off the ball for Chicago State. He's their big time scorer. Betson with it. Betson back to his left. 3-pointer is up, and that one is short for Rivera. And the foul. Foul's going to be on Harris of the Cougars. Substitution, Rowell is back in for CBU. For Chicago State, Biji Ruwami is back in, and yes it is, it's going to be Chukukelu. He also checks back in for Chicago State. Nottage swings it into the corner to Tyrell. Back up top, Taron. No look pass to Reed Nottage. Up, and in. Count it. Reed Nottage, the hoop and the harm. And he will head to the line. Take another look. The fake, another fake, puts it up and in. Reed Nottage, the foul on Biji Ruwami. And that'll put Reed Nottage at the free throw line. That was the first bucket of the night for Nottage. Averaging 10 points per game on the season. Free throw coming up. A little bit long, no good. Rebound, Biji Ruwami. (26-21). California Baptist up by 5. Less than 3 to go here in Riverside. Betson with it. Dribbling to his right towards the wing. Trying to force it into the corner to Johnson. Knocked out of bounds by Tyrell. So it'll be Chicago State basketball with 9 on the shot clock. .240 on the clock. 9 on the shot clock. Cougars ball from the sideline. Trey Armstrong defending. They get it inside to Corbett, down towards the baseline, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds again. That's happened a couple times on the Cougars here in the first half. Ball goes back to California Baptist in a hurry. Trey Armstrong for 3. He wasted little time, catch and release, and he reels in a 3. 29-21 CBU. Trey Armstrong now with 6. Jumper up and good. 2 more for Betson. He's up to 9 in this game, the leading scorer for either team. The former San Bernardino Valley College star, Tyrell, 3 short. Reed Nottage has it. Will stay on this end with the Lancers. Taryn, no look, into the corner. Nottage up. 3's no good. Rebound to Corbett. Less than 2 to play here in Riverside. CBU up 29-23. 6-point game. California Baptist trying to hold on to that lead before the break. And he stepped out again. I've lost count how many times that's happened on Chicago State here in the first half, where they unintentionally step out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Lancers. Biggie Ruami heads to the bench for Chicago State, and Chukwukelu is back in for the Cougars. Tyrell up top to Taryn. 6-point Lancer lead. Taryn drives in for a closer look through the lane, puts it up with the right, it's up, and the follow-up jam, Dan Ocken! Get out of the way, Dan Ocken throws it down on the follow-up. 31-23, Dan Ocken playing with a lot of energy tonight. He's got those dunk vibes going. Foul's gonna be on Taryn Armstrong. Substitution, Thomas in for the Lancers. Harris in for the Cougars, and Bijir Owami is right behind him. Not available tonight for Chicago State, Ali Diba. Diba, one of the Cougars' top scorers on the season, not active tonight. So you know Chicago State's missing him to provide some of that scoring punch. Less than a minute to go here at the CBU Event Center. The Lancers lead by 8. Betson with the ball for Chicago State. Pass nearly intercepted by Dan Ocken. Out of bounds, still Cougar ball with 10 on the shot clock. .46 seconds left in the first half. Cougar ball from the sideline. Ocken and Corbett get a little tangled up. The officials making sure they separate a little bit. And here we go again. Betson with the ball for Chicago State. Time winding down. 5 on the shot clock. Betson with it. Steps back, jumper, up and good for Brandon Betson. Unfazed with the shot clock winding down. Knocks down the jumper. Betson now up to 11 in the game. 31-25 CBU. For all intents and purposes, this should be the final shot of the first half if the Lancers wind it all the way down. Tyrell inside to Dan Ocken, double team, puts it up with the right, no good, tipped into the hands of Betson. 3 seconds to go. Betson has it and cannot get second half changes. And here we go. CBU opens up with the basketball here in the second half. Currently enjoying a 6-point lead. Trying to make that stand up in their final home game of the season, but that pass thrown into the stands, and it'll be Chicago State ball. Corbett back up top to Baiba Mande. Into the post to Bijir Ruami. Bijir Ruami, right hand jump hook, no good, tapped around, out of bounds. The officials still waiting to signal. And it will be Cougars ball. Betson from the baseline for Chicago State. Plays it deep, tracking it down, Chukwukelu. Betson, 15 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Betson still on the dribble. Over here to Corbett, 3 on the way. That one is way off the mark. By Mandang, put back no good. Rebound Akin. That pass taken away into the hands of Bijiruami. Betson. By Mandang has it knocked loose. Turnover on Chicago State. Good defense there by the Lancers. Trey Armstrong with it. Out steps Akin. Taron Armstrong, far wing, back up top, Akin. Looks to his right, there's Tyrell. Catch and release, three's on the way, it's good! Tyrell! He had one thing on his mind, light it up. 34-25 after the Tyrell 3. And that 9-point lead matches the Lancers' largest lead in the first half. Chukukelu into Corbett, now faces up on the basket. Corbett drives right, down towards the baseline, pushes off on Akin. And it's gonna be an offensive foul on Corbett. Substitution. Baiba Mandang comes out of the game. And replacing him will be Johnson for the Cougars. Reed Nottage returns for California Baptist, subbing out Elijah Thomas. And we talk about those scoring subs. Reed Nottage coming from off the bench tonight. You know that guy can pile up the points. See what Reed Nottage can do off the bench so far. Just 2 points in this game for Reed. He does have 3 rebounds. Foul's going to be on Dan Akin, his first personal foul. So the ball goes back to the Cougars. Harris checks into the game. Replacing Bijiruami. And Betson brings it up the floor for Chicago State. The lone scoring so far in the second half was that Tyrell 3. Chukukelu out of control. The shot no good, out of bounds. Last touched by the Lancers. So the ball goes back to Chicago State. It'll be Betson from the baseline. Betson inside to Corbett. Chukukelu. Betson inside, floater up, floater in for Betson. 2 more. He's up to 13 in this game. (34-27). That was the first field goal of the second half for Chicago State. Tyrell thought about a 3, back up top to Taron, to his left to Trey, back to Taron. He'll drive in for a closer look. The alley-oop to Dan Akin through his hands. Turnover on the Lancers. Harris up the floor for Chicago State. Corbett, and he stepped out of bounds again. That's probably at least half a dozen times on Chicago State in this game where they have simply just stepped out of bounds. Baiba Mandang back in, replacing Chukukelu. Taron Armstrong. Trey Armstrong. Tyrell. Going back to Taron. Trying to force his way in, still on the dribble. Oh, behind his back pass that Dan Akin knocked out of bounds by Teddy Baiba Mandang. It'll be Lancer ball from the baseline. Taron will inbound. That was going to be a pretty fancy pass by Taron behind his back. Double team. Tyrell passes out of it. Swing it to the opposite side. There's Taron on the far wing, defended by Corbett. Taron drives inside. Nowhere to go. Puts it up and in. Where it looked like there was nothing there, Taron Armstrong found something. 36-27. Tough bucket by Taron Armstrong. 5 points, 6 assists for Taron Armstrong. Baiba Mandang. Back out to Betson. That is a very deep 3 by Betson. Are you serious? Wow, all right, 36-30 after that Betson three. He's got 16 points on an efficient 7 of 10 from the floor, including 2 of 4 from three-point land. Betson feeling it right now. On the other end, guess who else is feeling it? Tyrell, get your popcorn ready. He's put on a show in his final home game. And Betson again on the other end. This guy, that's why we said Bud's Tires, second half changes contain Betson. 18 points right now for Betson. Tyrell has 11 to lead the Lancers, including 3 of 5 from long range. Tarrant into the corner, 3 is good for Trey Armstrong. CBU now as a team, 8 of 18 from three-point land. Pretty good. Three-pointer on the other end. That one's no good for Johnson. Lancers lead by 10, their first double-digit lead tonight. Betson has it. Got a feeling he's going to shoot. Betson a little out of control, collects himself before it crosses over the timeline. Betson for 3. No. 2. The Lancers with a double-digit lead, trying to add to that right now. Tyrell over to Jelani Stone. Tarrant Armstrong up top to Reed and Nottage. Trey Armstrong, defended by Betson around the screen of Nottage. Up top, Jelani Stone. Stone over to Rowell. Rowell around the screen. Rowell stops his dribble, nowhere to go. Tries to go inside to Stone. Yes, he does. There it is. Stone double team, puts it up with the left. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Stone again. That one's no good. Stone is tough to stop. Those were just 2 unlucky shots. Both of them looked like they were going in. Betson on the far wing for Chicago State. Down 42-32. And an offensive foul called on the Cougars. I think it's on Tarrant, has been for the Lancers this year as a true freshman. CBU up by 10. The officials confirming what they called on the court. And BG Ruami is out of the game. Tarrant Armstrong over to Trey Armstrong. 10 on the shot clock. Trey back out to Tyrell for 3, no good. Rebound Harris, and Harris is gonna walk it off. Betson will play off the ball. Harris into the high post to Baiba Manding, right back to Harris. Harris, defended by Rowell. Harris inside, Teddy, Baiba Manding fouled. And it's gonna be on Reed Nottage. That's gonna be first personal foul on Reed and Nottage. And Teddy Baiba Manding will head to the free throw line for the Cougars. 2 points and 3 rebounds for Baiba Manding, and the first free throw is no good. One more coming up for Teddy Baiba Manding by way of Paris, France. Second free throw also no good, and Tyrell comes flying in and snatches that rebound. A little bit of pressure here from the Cougars. The Lancers beat it. Tarrant Armstrong. Floater to Jelani Stone. Throws down the alley-oop. That will not count, but what an acrobatic play by Stone, who came down hard. Yeah, we got to take a look at that again. Didn't count, but Stone throws it down. Came down on his seat. Still Lancer ball for the baseline. Tarrant, the alley-oop, trying to go right back to Stone. It almost worked. On the other end, Betson trying the baseline route. Inside, knocked loose. Bodies on the floor, and they might get Trey Armstrong, and they do. Foul will be on Trey Armstrong, as Bryce Johnson was leaning over to retrieve the basketball. Substitution, Stone out, Akin in for Chicago State. Baiba Manding comes out. He'll make way for Chukwukelu. From the baseline, Chicago State. Harris back to Betson. Harris pulls the trigger on the three. No good. Rebound, Taron Armstrong. Rebound number 3 for Taron tonight. Over to Trey Armstrong. 3 on the way. That one's no good. Rebound, Chukwukelu. Both teams in a little bit of a scoring drought here. Still a 10-point Lancer lead. Good defense there. Down low, Chukwukelu. Let's see where he goes with it. Harris on the far wing. Betson has it, 5 on the shot clock. Betson, deep jumper, up, rattles around, no good. Offensive rebound, Corbett, the foul. And averaging close to 12 points per game. One more for Corbett. And the second one is also no good. The follow-up is good for Johnson. Chicago State hadn't scored in more than 4 minutes, finally getting a field goal there, 42-34. Ty Rao back up to Elijah Thomas. Rao sets up the offense, now over to Taron. To Trey, right back to Taron. And a hand check there by Bryce Johnson. Foul's gonna be on Johnson. His second personal foul. 4 team fouls here in the second half. Trey Armstrong will inbound from the sideline. Into Taron, blows right past Johnson. Goes in, the drive, the dish to Dan Akin, down low, he's fouled, and no traveling the call. A lot of contact down low, but no foul on the play. Traveling call down Dan Akin. Chicago State ball. The Cougars are within 8. This game far from over. Betson has it for Chicago State. Still on the dribble, defended by Taron Armstrong. Betson over to Harris. Harris, he'll drive in through the lane for a closer look, puts it up high off the window, no good. Rebound Akin. Akin trying to wrestle it away from a couple Cougars. Jump ball, and it will favor Chicago State. Reed Nottage returns for CBU in place of Trey Armstrong. Take another look. Dan Akin trying to wrestle it away. They'll say jump ball. Cougars ball from the baseline. Into Corbett. Going to his left, poked away. He'll track it down into the corner. Defended by Dan Akin. Puts it up short. Battle for the rebound. Akin and Corbett are on the floor. Ball bounces out of bounds, and it will be CBU ball. .20 on the clock here in the second half. Taron Armstrong up ahead to Ty Rao, right back to Taron. Taron to Ty. Ty Rao driving inside and draws the foul. It's going to be on Betson, his second personal foul. Betson with 18 points in this game. He's the only Cougar in double figures, but he's going to limp his way off the floor into the Chicago State bench. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Lancer ball from the baseline. Taron Armstrong. Where to go? Finally plays it deep to Ty Rao. Back to Reed Nottage. Cross-court pass now inside. Tipped inside to Akin. Plays it back out to Elijah Thomas for 3. No good. Could be another jump ball situation as Elijah Thomas was simply trying to muscle that ball away. It is a jump ball, and it will belong to CBU. Credit to Elijah Thomas for giving the Lancers new life on this possession. Rivera returns for Chicago State, replacing Corbett. And Reed Nottage hits. And that's a big-time three. Nothing but Nottage, and it makes it 45-34. And that, as I do some quick math, is the largest lead of the game. Lancers lead by 11. And for Chicago State, Betson is on the bench right now. He's got 18 points to lead everybody. Harris has it for the Cougars, driving inside, puts it up, leans in, good. Harris was hoping to have a foul called. He did not, but the basket is good for Harris. And an offensive foul on Taron Armstrong. Trey Armstrong back in for CBU. Corbett returns for Chicago State. (45-36). Harris brings it up for the Cougars. Harris, top of the arc, now to his left to Corbett. Corbett inside, and an offensive foul on Corbett as Dan Ocken takes the charge. Good job by Dan Ocken to get his position and take that charge on Corbett. Lancer ball. Tyrell dribbles up, fires the three, good! Tyrell buries it. Tyrell putting on a show tonight. And why not? The Crazies always bringing the energy, and again, the final home game for the men's basketball team. The women will take the floor on Saturday against Lamar to wrap up their regular season home schedule. Brandon Betson back into the game for Chicago State, and the steal by Elijah Thomas. Trey Armstrong. Up top to Ocken. Over to Elijah Thomas. Thomas over to Reed Nottage. Finds Tyrell in the near wing. Around the screen of Nottage. Top of the arc, 8 on the shot clock. Tyrell steps back, trying to get inside to Nottage. Kickball goes back to the Lancers. Thomas will inbound. 20 on the shot clock now. Under 8 minutes to play here in Riverside. Tyrell. Nice pass inside to Ocken, back out into the corner. Trey Armstrong, three. Great passing, and Trey Armstrong caps it off with a big-time triple. 51-36. Trey Armstrong now with 12 points, including 4 three-pointers. Harris drives inside, puts it up off the window, no good. Battle for the rebound. The putback up and good for Maiba Mending. (51-38). Rowell. 18 points in this game to lead CBU. Second one rattles out. That's no good. 14-point lead. 52-38 CBU. Corbett has it, defended by Ocken. Trey Armstrong dives in and helps, comes up with a steal. Trey Armstrong. Lancers on the offense. Elijah Thomas with 2 more. E.T. Count it. 54-38. 2 more for Elijah Thomas. He's got 9. Having himself a nice little senior night. And a little scoop shot as Betson is now up to 20 points for Chicago State. A 54-40 game. Three-pointer, Trey Armstrong. No good, out of bounds. It'll be Chicago State ball. Taron Armstrong returns for the Lancers. for Chicago State. Chukukelu is in for Chicago State, and again, Taryn Armstrong for the Lancers. Drive it inside, Betson blocked! Betson blocked on that play. Here come the Lancers in transition. Back out to Trey, over to Taryn as they calm things down here on the offensive end. Tyrell trying to go back to Akin, kick ball on Betson. Under 6 minutes to go. Tyrell 15 points, 3 rebounds. It'll be Lancer ball from the baseline. Taryn Armstrong into Trey. Defended by Chukukelu. They'll swing it around over to Taryn. Around the screen of Nottage. Back to Nottage. He'll drive down towards the baseline. Reed Nottage! Reed Nottage trying to put somebody on a poster tonight. And the foul will send Reed Nottage to the free throw line. Take another look. Wow. I thought he was going to maybe try the three. I was way wrong. Reed Nottage at the free throw line. First one is up and good. Corbett back in for Chicago State, replacing Chukukelu. One more for Nottage coming up. Second one for Nottage, falls home, it's good. 56-40, so that lead has now grown to 16 for California Baptist. Betson over to Harris. Cougars running out of time here if they're going to mount any sort of a comeback tonight in Riverside and try to spoil CBU's senior night, final home game of the season for the men's team. Corbett spinning to his right and draws the foul. It will be on Dan Akin. That's going to be his second personal foul. And Corbett heads to the free throw line for Chicago State. 4 points, 6 rebounds for Corbett tonight. As a team, Chicago State looking for their first free throw of the night. First one is good for Corbett. Biji Ruwami back in for Chicago State, replacing Harris. One more for Corbett. Second free throw is good. It makes it 56-42. Taryn Armstrong walks it across the timeline. As the Lancers are probably gonna milk this for a little bit, try to get some extra time off the clock. Holding a 2-touchdown lead, a 14-point lead. The alley-oop to Akin. Akin good enough to go up and retrieve that ball. Back out to Taryn. He'll drive inside. Taryn draws the contact and the foul. Foul's going to be on Biji Ruwami. That's 4 personal fouls on Biji Ruwami. And Taryn Armstrong at the free throw line for the Lancers. 2 shots coming up. The first one off the back of the iron. One more. Still to go. Harris returns for the Cougars, and Baiba Mandang is out. So even though he's got 4 personal fouls, Biji Ruwami will stay on the floor for Chicago State. And the second is good. 57-42. California Baptist. The Lancers came in at 5-11 in the WAC. Chicago State 3-13 in conference play. But one of those wins was against CBU, and the other one was against first place New Mexico State. So these guys can play. Rebound Akin. Tyrell far wing, three on the way, a little bit long, tipped out by Trey to Taryn. Still CBU ball. The Lancers are going to take their sweet, sweet time once again, it looks like. No hurry to put up a shot, leading by 15. Now 5 on the shot clock, so they'll have to go to work now. Taryn, crossover move, cannot get the shot off in time. Ball goes back to Chicago State with 4:02 on the clock here in the second half. Substitution, Chukwukelu back in. Chukukelu going to replace Bijiruwami for Chicago State. Betson picks it up for the Cougars. Trying to save a couple extra seconds here. Now under 4 to play. Harris, Corbett. Corbett inside, puts it up over Aachen, and it's good. Tyrell showing out here on senior night. Final time on his home floor. Corbett at the free throw line, trying to complete the three-point play, and yes, he does. Makes it a 57-45 game, so the Lancers not out of the woods quite yet. Up by a dozen. Taron Armstrong defended by Betson. And again, he's going to take his time, waiting to get the shot off. 10 on the shot clock. Taron Armstrong driving inside, a little on the shot clock. Tyrell into Dan Aachen, right back to Rao. 3 on the shot clock. Taron Armstrong gets the 3 off in time. It's no good. Rebound Harris. Chicago State with it, but time running out on the Cougars. Down by 12. Betson trying to work his magic with the left hand. It's good for Betson. It's a 10-point game, and Betson has 22 now. Betson doing everything in his power to keep Chicago State in this game and keep any hope alive of a comeback. Taron Armstrong has it for CBU. Taron going to his right, off the window, good for Taron Armstrong. That's a big bucket. 59-47, pushes that lead back up to 12. Corbett on the other end. A quick 2 points for the Cougars. 59-49, the pass up ahead to Taron. Taron nearly had his pocket picked. Instead, there will be a foul. Foul's going to be on Johnson of Chicago State. Taron Armstrong at the free throw line for CBU. First one's good, so 9 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds so far for Taron Armstrong. Substitution for Chicago State. Favor Chukwukelu is back in, replacing Teddy Baiba Mandeng. And the second free throw no good for Taron Armstrong. The drive, the shot, it's up, it's no good for Betson. He almost got it to go, but he will head to the free throw line. Foul's gonna be on Reed Nottage, his second personal foul. The Cougars have made 5 of their last 7 shots to keep things interesting here in Riverside with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Betson at the free throw line, 22 points and counting. First free throw is good. Baiba Mandeng back into the game. One more coming up for Betson. And the second is good for Betson. So the Cougars are within 9. It is single digits. This game is far from over. Bijiruwami back in for Chicago State. Reed Nottage up ahead to Taron Armstrong. Taron, the pass over to Trey on the far wing. Back out the tie, under 2 minutes to go. Taron to Trey. 15 on the shot clock, so the Lancers are going to waste a little bit more time here, it appears. 10 on the shot clock. The pass inside, kick ball, and a new shot clock. Or they're going to put it back to 20 for the Lancers, so the Chicago State Cougars did CBU a favor there. We'll see if Chicago State will foul now. Because the Lancers could potentially waste another 20 seconds. Taryn Armstrong into Dan Ocken. Looks like they will not foul. They're going to just buckle down on the defensive end. Taryn Armstrong with it. 10 on the shot clock. Taryn driving inside. Gets tangled up, puts up the shot. Oh, traveling called on Taryn Armstrong. So the Cougars get the big defensive stop. Harris back in for Baiba Manding. It'll be Corbett from the baseline for Chicago State. It's a 9-point game. Betson's gonna have to work quickly here. Betson 24 points in this contest. Betson trying to shake off Nottage. Now he passes it out to Corbett. Corbett drives inside, the floater's good for Corbett. 2 shots coming up for Taryn Armstrong. 2 of 4 from the free throw line tonight against the Cougars. Taryn hits the first. 1 more coming up, substitution Chicago State. Johnson and Harris in. Baiba Manding and Bijiruwami check out for Chicago State. Armstrong, 1 more, second rattles around and falls inside the cylinder. 2 big free throws by Taryn Armstrong. Makes it a 62-53 game. Chicago State with the basketball. Down by 9 with 1 minute to go. Harris passes back up top. Deep 3, Betson on the way, off the mark and out of bounds. Lancer ball. And that might be it with 53 seconds to play in a 9-point Lancer lead. CBU 53 seconds away from getting a win here on their home floor. Nottage. Over to Taryn. Chicago State trying to trap the ball, but it looks like they will not foul. Taryn Armstrong over to Ty Rao, up ahead to Reed Nottage. Cross-court pass over to Trey. Back out to Ty eventually. 10 on the shot clock. Poked loose, taken away by Chicago State. And the foul, I think I'm going to say it's on Bijiruwami. Yeah, it is. Foul's going to be on Bijiruwami. Oh no, now they switched it. Bijiruwami had his head down like he had just fouled out. No, it's on Ty Rao. The foul is on Ty Rao of the Lancers. Bijiruwami, I mean, the official had to come clarify at the table. Yeah, it was Bijiruwami is going to the free throw line. The foul was on the other number 25, Ty Rao. So Bijiruwami heads to the free throw line for Chicago State. So it does stop the clock with 30 seconds to play. I guess that's the good news, but the Cougars are down by 9. Free throws coming up for Bijiruwami. The 1-and-1, no good. Rebound Taryn Armstrong. Up ahead to Ty Rao. And the foul's gonna be on Corbett, and Ty Rao will head to the free throw line to put the finishing touches on this one. And a huge round of applause for Ty Rao going to the free throw line as we will honor the seniors one more time before this one is out. Tobin Kund is up. Elijah Thomas will also check back in to give the seniors one last go. Ty Rao's at the line, he's a senior. Elijah Thomas, Dan Ocken already on the floor, and Tobin Kund will check in just a moment. Second free throw for Ty Rao. No good. Rebound, Chicago State. Chicago State with it, Betson. Three is up, rattles out. Follow up. That one bounced around, no good. Rebound, Thomas. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and a timeout called by head coach Rick Croy to give Tobin Kuhn the opportunity to come on the floor, and a huge roar from the crowd welcoming Tobin Kuhn to the floor. The fans love him, AKA the Riverside legend, the former Riverside Poly Bear. Let's see if we can get Kuhn to three-point attempt here in the final seconds. 5 seconds to play. Taron Armstrong over to Tobin Kuhn, shoots the three at the horn.